Live from New Bedford, ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel blog show of authenticity, inspiration, and realness. Also, of good times, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here's your host of the show. He is Big Beefy E. He is Mr. Shenanigans and the elder statesman of the Rant and Rave podcast, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. What's going on, everybody? It is May the 4th be with you. 7:07 p.m. What's going on? What a day. It's been a long day. Forgive me for not uploading the episodes as fast as I usually do. We finished watching WWE Backlash. What a crazy... Lots of news coming out of the WWE. We're going to get right into it. And let's check the results of WWE Backlash 2024 that happened. I made it a big error when I was talking about TNA Under Siege last night's program. A couple of episodes ago, TNA Under Siege. I made a huge error when I mentioned it was supposed to be 2024 Under Siege. Instead, I mentioned 2004. I want to thank Brandon Martin for bringing that up. I did not realize that. I must be dead tired. My brain was starting to wind down a little bit, and so it was starting to get tired, and I almost want to fall asleep, dude. That's how bad it was. So, so my apologies. If you heard me say 2004, I apologize. It's 2024 Under Siege. Because I don't think Under Siege, the pay-per-view, wasn't mentioned until way after 2004, obviously. So, but it is in the description as 2024, just to let you know. I just made a mistake. My brain was half asleep. I was about to fall asleep, but anyways. So I figured that a little correction, I figured I'd address that correction. I want to thank Brandon Martin for bringing that up, which I thought was hilarious. And I thought it was pretty funny. So I did that. So it's been a crazy day. Weekends are always crazy, folks. Trust me on this, okay? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I want to give a shout out to Rico's Pizza. Good pizza. Excellent pizza. If you for all my local friends out there, if you happen to be in the area, in the Dartmouth area, check them out. Used to be where Buster's was. And excellent pizza. Good pizza. And I enjoyed it during WWE Backlash. So it was great to have some pizza for a change and have a lot of fun. So let's get right into it, shall we? We're going to talk about Backlash. It started off with the tag. Now, I thought the tag team match was going to be the main event, but no. The Undisputed title is the main event. So it started off with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, and the MFT, Tama Tonga. And they decided before the bell rang, let's continue where we left off last night. They started beating the crap out of each other. It got to the point where officials, agents, referees, security, they're trying to stop everything, and they end up getting RKO'd and stunnered and all that. So Nick Aldis says, okay, that's it. You guys want to make this thing a street fight? We're making this thing a street fight. And everybody went nuts. People in France, man, in that arena in France, man, they were crazy. Crazy. They were crazy. They were having fun, chanting and singing and all that good stuff. It was a live crowd. It was a great crowd. And I'm sure a lot of people were blown away by it. Anyways, these two teams are beating the snot out of each other. Kendo sticks, headbutts, even though you can't headbutt a Samoan. And it got to the point where Tama Tonga was thrown through some chairs. Kevin Owens hits Tama Tonga with a chair, sets that same chair down. Gets another chair, hits him with it, sets it down. Third chair, hits him with it, sets it down. Fourth chair, hits it down. All of a sudden, Kevin Owens decided, well, he's about to suplex Tama Tonga on the chair. He ends up doing that. They had near falls, near counts all over the place. So, anyways, 1, 2, the referee, Dan Angler, a.k.a. Rudy Charles, got yanked out of the ring by an unknown person. Now, I had a feeling when I saw the back of the person, I figured that's Jacob Fatu, right? Everybody was saying that Jacob Fatu will debut at Backlash. It is not Jacob Fatu. It's Tonga Loa, the brother of Tama Tonga. He's back in the WWE, but this time as Tonga Loa. He used to be Camacho, Hunico's bodyguard. But he was known as Darnay Marlowe during the FCW days when FCW was a developmental organization for the WWE before it morphed into NXT. So, the Guerrillas of Destiny are reunited in the WWE. So that means the original members of the Bullet Club, Carl Anderson, Finn Balor, who was known as Prince Devitt, and now Tonga Loa, are all in the WWE. Well, bad luck Fale, the longest tenured member of that Bullet Club, be on its way. Will Hikuleo be on its way? What is the Bloodline poaching up the Bullet Club? Could the Bullet Club end up invading the WWE? We don't know. And now we await the arrival of Jacob Fatu. Now, could this mean Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns, The Rock, and the Usos? Or is Rikishi calling the shots? Is The Rock calling the shots? We don't know. This Bloodline storyline, this Bloodline Civil War storyline is going to get more interesting because Jey Uso was on the same card and basically basically facing Damian Priest for the championship, for the World Heavyweight Championship. As he was getting ready, Solo Sikoa just looks at him. It's crazy. Yeah, so Tama Tonga's brother, Tonga Loa, has arrived in the WWE. The Guerrillas of Destiny have reunited in the WWE. The tag team division better watch their backs. And I'll tell you one thing. On SmackDown, if I were Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, you better get a big, humongous bodyguard, because I'll tell you one thing. The Bloodline may go after those titles and end up winning them. So, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, if you end up facing the GOD, the Guerrillas of Destiny, good luck to you. Because you're going to need it, kids. Anyway, so the women's title on the line, Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi. Now, I picked Tiffany to win this matchup because of the fact that Nia Jax could get involved, attack Naomi and Bayley, and say, Tiffany, I got your back. But then again, who knows, Nia's out for herself. But Bayley did retain the title over Tiffany and Naomi. And Naomi and Bayley shared a hug and respect afterwards, which is totally awesome. The Bloodline does confront Jey Uso. And Jey Uso looking at Solo Sikoa. And then there's the Tonga brothers. Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. And walking around, and Paul Heyman's there. He's shaking his head. Maybe Jey Uso better do make some phone calls. And I think if I were Jey Uso, request a trade to SmackDown, help Paul Heyman deal with this thing. I'm telling you right now, this could end up being a Bloodline Civil War in, shall we say, I'm going to do my William Regal impression, War Games. Could that be it? Or you can move War Games to WrestleMania. Speaking of WrestleMania, got some news on that. So, the World Heavyweight title, Damian Priest and Jey Uso going at it for the title. Priest defending it against Jey Uso. J.D. McDonough and Balor, I knew they were going to get involved during the matchup. But Damian Priest I don't know what's up with Damian Priest. And then they decided to, after Priest retained the title, McDonough and Balor continued to stomp on Uso. But then after the match, Damian Priest stops them. I think he has respect for Jey Uso. And I'll tell you one thing right now. Judgment Day is going to be at odds here. Because you got Dominic Mysterio hurt. And you got Rhea Ripley out too. So those two are out. And it seems like they could have been the peacekeepers and all that. But, interesting, as you notice, Monday Night Raw, Liv Morgan walked out of a locker room. And out of that same locker room was Dominic Mysterio. Something's going on. Anyway, so you got that. On a French announcer, I forget the name. Don't know the name of the French announcer, but he addresses the Lyons crowd, and they had the highest gate, selling gate in history. So that was really cool. The WWE Women's Tag Team titles were on the line. The Kabuki Warriors, that's Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. This was a heck of a matchup. A lot of people were giving Kairi Sane her flowers because she was showing out. In fact, ever since she came back, she's really stepping up her game. But unfortunately, it was not enough, as Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are the new Women's Tag Team Champions. But what does that go for Damage Control since they lost the belts? Now, the Kabuki Warriors are now all drafted, since they're all part of Damage Control, they're all drafted to Raw alongside Io Sky, who was not at the event, but it looks like they're playing something big for Io. Anyways, a little bit more story on her. Then the Undisputed title was on the line. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, these two went at it. I mean, it was back and forth, until the end. And Cody Rhodes retains the title. So that is it for Backlash 2024. But there's more news coming out of Backlash. WrestleMania will take place in the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas next year. WrestleMania 41, Las Vegas. This will be the second time WrestleMania will take place in Las Vegas. First since WrestleMania 9. So now that took place at Caesar's Palace. So we're talking 32 years. 32 years since WrestleMania was at Las Vegas. So I'm sure they'll go out. They'll go all out. They showed a new logo. I thought it was pretty cool. But, and since the rosters will be locked in, the post-draft rosters will be locked in 2 days. Now the King of the Ring tournament will be on the 25th. That will be 3 weeks from today. The 25th, and in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So we got, for Raw, first round matches for the King of the Ring tournament. And here's the deal. Drew McIntyre going one-on-one with Finn Balor. Looks like this is an international flavored matchup. Flavored King of the Ring, I'm telling you. You got Drew McIntyre representing Scotland. Finn Balor representing Ireland. Gunther representing Austria. The former Intercontinental Champ will try to run it back with another representative from Ireland. Sheamus one-on-one. Big meaty man slapping meat. That's going to be a banger, as Sheamus would say. Kofi Kingston from West Africa will go one-on-one from Mexico. Rey Mysterio. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. And Ricochet, representing the good old US of A, will go one-on-one with the newest Raw superstar, Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Dragon from Russia. That's going to be, talking about an international flavored matchup. Matches all around for the King of the Ring. Now for the Queen in the first round. For the Queen of the Ring in the first round. Zoe Stark's going one-on-one with Ivy Nile. That's going to be a decent matchup. Shayna Baszler will go against the 2021 Queen of the Ring, who will be defending her title, Zelina Vega. The newest Raw superstar, Lyra Valkyria, boy, she's got her work cut out for her as she goes against the now former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Asuka. And for the first time ever, the dream matchup for a lot of fans, Io Sky going one-on-one with Natalya. That is going to be a heck of a matchup for sure. And that is that. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to episode 1388 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, WWE Backlash Results Event Center. Coming up next will be the 87th edition of Card Sharks Money Cards. I do believe this is the 4th edition of Sharks in Suit Saturdays. So, until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.